so I'm Crystal from CWDesign, and today I wanted to share with you how I practice doing my brush strokes. Brush strokes are important because it helps build the foundations for all the rest of your letters. So to get started, you're going to want to have some scrap paper, and so that way you're not feeling like you're wasting any paper. But I am going to be showing on the Sharpie stain marker. I really like this marker because I feel like the tip is really flexible, but it's not too long. I know a lot of people talk about like the Tombow markers, and these are really cool, but I don't suggest them for beginners only because the tips are really long and it can make your designs kind of wobbly and shaky if you're not really comfortable. And yeah, so let's get started. So when you are practicing your brush strokes, you have to understand how to let the pen work for you. And what I mean by that is playing with the pressure of the pen. So when you are starting, just practice making some simple zigzags. And when you do, you want to try to make them skinny on the way up and then thick on the way down. This is the first thing you want to try to understand. And depending on the pen that you have, you'll have a different look. Yep, so just practicing some zigzags is really cool. And then what's also helpful is just trying to do some curvy, wavy lines. So you go thin on your way up, thick down, thin up, thick down. At first it can be really hard to understand it mentally because you're not used to thinking about pressure when you write, but I promise with practice it will get easier. You just need to practice. So once you do that, practice doing some O's. If O's are tricky, that's okay when you're starting off. They're still tricky for me sometimes. Actually, all the time, it's okay. And like mine are wobbly too. And what's awesome about hand lettering, brush calligraphy, modern calligraphy, whatever you want to call it, is that people like how it has flaws, that it is a little shaky. That's what makes it more natural looking. So it's okay. Like obviously that giant gap is not so much okay, but that's okay. That's why we practice. Yeah, so once you kind of gotten the hang of that, I definitely recommend that you go to my website where I have this practice sheet for you. On here, you can just practice doing your upstrokes really thin several times, and you're really building up the muscle memory when you're doing this. Now I'm talking while I'm doing this, and I am going not as slow as I should be. So when you want to like focus, you want to slow down. I feel like hand lettering is very therapeutic because you're concentrating on what you're doing and it's really relaxing. And then going down. And then alternate it. And then practice doing some O's. Oh, I'm not doing very good. I guess I'm a little nervous. When I'm doing O's, I kind of start over more on the right side, and then so I can kind of give myself a running start. Ooh, that one's really bad. Into the thick instead of just being like, and then going down. Oh man, I am not doing so hot at that, but that's okay. That's why we practice, right? So then at the bottom of this worksheet, I also have some loopities, and that's also really fun and kind of challenging. Yep. So yeah, go on my website. I have a link below that you can click on and you can print this out and practice. And I would love to see how your practice is coming along. So please share with me your progress on my Facebook page at Crystal Whitlow Art and Hand Lettering. All right, have fun practicing. Bye.